Today I fucked up by getting a whole hand up my pussy. Today I fucked up. I've been dating this guy for about a month, maybe less. He's super sweet, maybe I love him? But that's a story for another day. Anyways, I'm on my period, but I go over to his house, knowing he's expecting some good sex. We're making out for a while, I tell him I'm on my period, and he says he doesn't mind. I go into the bathroom to take my tampon out, and I rip the string off of the fucking tampon. Fuck. I try to get it out for maybe 10 minutes. And accept defeat. I proceed to go back into the room and explain myself. He agrees to help me out. I lie on my back, spread eagle, and he starts fishing around, pushing it further and further back. At this point, his hand is all the way in my vagina, slippery as a fish. I hear the sloshing inside from the vaginal juices, and I'm cringing so hard, knowing how disgusted he is by this fuckery. Nonetheless, he continues, a look of concentration on his face as more and more fingers enter my vagina. After about 15 minutes, I feel the wet cotton exiting my vagina. He looks mortified as he pulls out a blood clot-ridden mess of a tampon. I swear to God this man has never even seen a tampon, and I've ruined that experience for him. Snatch it out of his bloody hands and scurry to the bathroom to dispose of the evidence. Needless to say, we did not have sex, and I will never go to a hookup with a tampon in again. Lesson learned. Too long didn't read. My tampon string broke, couldn't fish it out, he had to put his hand up there and take it out, was weirdly unbothered. Edit, all of the Reddit fouls I made. Thank you comments for helping me. Update, wow, I really didn't expect this to go as crazy as it did. Thanks for all the love, it's made me definitely realize that I've got a good one. I showed him the post this morning, not realizing it said I think I maybe love him at the beginning. His first response was I love you too. I got a lot of questions asking if I'm actually going to propose. We're only 18, and after only a month, I think that will have to wait a bit, regardless of the trauma we've been through. Also, I realize a month is very speedy to say I love you, but come on, what more does he have to do to earn that? Anyways, he definitely appreciates all the comments saying what a stand-up guy he is. I won't let it get to his head. Smile. This guy is worth IT. He sounds like a stand-up guy. I knew my husband was the one when I got food poisoning on our first romantic getaway and puked and shat myself the entire time. He sat by the toilet, holding my hand and my hair and acting like he wasn't grossed out. His jokes about our different kind of dirty weekend made me realize I could rely on him to help me out and have fun. When I puked my guts out, my husband sang me the 150 Pokemon song and kept me distracted by quizzing me which Pokemon comes next. He had so much fun. I had a little fun. I tell him I'm on my period. 10 minutes later, bedroom looks like 2 people were massacred. Weird, normal, actually, shit like this happens in relationships. He sounds like a good one, take care of him when he has some sort of bizarre dick situation going on. Thank you for that, I will definitely keep that in mind moving forward. Can't wait for the weird smells and secretions. He is the one, marry him. So sweet really, my husband would never ever do that for me lol. Will do, proposing tomorrow. To be honest, I think that's kind of sweet. I mean, yeah, uncomfortable for sure, and maybe some unpleasant smells, but I think a lot of people exaggerate how nasty periods are. Sounds like a good guy. Smile. Yes, let's finally normalize periods. Sparkles, sparkles. Today I fucked up, I came third in a competition of 2 people. Not recent, but I typed it all out to tell the story to someone and thought I should share it with the wider world. I must have been about 10 or 11. I turn up to my local community hall for a musical competition. When I get there we are set into age groups. There's only one other guy in my age range, so I'm buzzing already at getting a medal, silver at the very least. He goes up, plays the piano and does a pretty good job. I go up, I play some violin. I mean it's not great, but I was nervous and I got better as the nerves settled. He then goes up again, plays the xylophone, of all instruments, and goes back to his seat. He gets first and second, leaving me with third. The worst part was going back home and telling my dad. When I told him I came third, he asked how many were in the competition. 3? Ha ha ha. Hey no. To this day I still proudly have the medal on my bedroom wall in my parents' house. Too long didn't read, entered a competition with one other person who could play 2 instruments better than my one. Good thing he didn't have a third instrument. He did. Played up like a fiddle. Unfortunately he got disqualified for that. I came in second place in my home state in the 1-meter springboard state diving championships. I was 10. There were 3 entrants. I still have the medal. I'm 58. This is hilarious. So you can say you came in third and the other guy came in second to last and be proud. NGL, that's kind of a dick move on his part and an unnecessary flex, but at the same time I think the organizers should have only allowed 1 performance per person. Either way, I'm glad to hear you still got a medal, and performance anxiety of any kind isn't a huge deal. I got it a lot during my time playing an instrument, even though it was normally in a large ensemble and I was at least 5 years older than you at the time I was in said ensemble. Today I fucked up by using Tinder. So earlier today I was sitting in a coffee shop and had nothing to do. So basically I started using Tinder just to pass the time. Swipe right, swipe left, swipe left, swipe right. After like 2 minutes I reached this girl, super hot and cute, totally a 10/10. But I started reading her bio. Most of you might know the deal. Treat me like a queen. Expert in sarcasm. It's the man's duty to pay for the meals. If you don't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. From the rest of the bio I had the feeling that she was going to be a Karen later in life. So as any sane person would do, I swipe left. Here is the today I fucked up. That girl was seating 2 seats behind me and saw me swiping left on her. She goes fucking berserk. I'm not kidding. The woman starts yelling at me for not swiping right on her and how I must be gay for not being attracted to her. I was literally speechless. I knew not what to say. So what I did, my biggest mistake, was to ignore her and continue to drink my coffee. She goes mental and calls the manager, told you she was a Karen, and said she should call the police because I was bothering her. Thank God the manager watched it happen, and knew this woman was batshit crazy and proceeds to kick her out of the coffee shop, but not without her flipping me off and calling every cuss word in the dictionary. TL, doctor. I swipe left on hot girl with shitty bio. Dead woman is behind me. Woman goes crazy. Woman gets kicked out and cussed me every word imaginable. That wasn't a bullet you dodged there, bud. That was a fucking cruise missile. Guys, it's true. I was there. I was the coffee cup. I stood up and clapped when I saw this. You mean, today in my imagination, who the fuck sits in a coffee shop where someone from 2 seats away can clearly see your screen? That happened. How do people believe this is real? They don't. They imagine or don't care. Most of the stories in this sub aren't real, but it's more fun if you don't think too much about it.